Howdy, Doomers. You going to church on Sunday? Today's November 4th, 2023. My name's Reagan the Doom Wizard. If you want a channel about aliens whooshing through the air, then you can go elsewhere. But me, I'm going to document this and journal it as we go along through the climate collapse. Starting with global temperatures in October smashing the records by 0.4 degrees Celsius, and we're 1.7 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels. It wasn't quite as gobsmacking as September, but still, we've been in continuous record warmth for 128 days now. Of course, Dr. James Hansen with a new paper clearly indicating that the 2C global warming is dead and 1.5C is deader than a doornail. It's accelerating, he says. In fact, meaning that a dangerous burst of heating will be unleashed and will push us 1.5 degrees hotter in the 2020s. Depending on which baseline you use, we're already past that. And 2C hotter by 2050, let's just go ahead and say the 2030s. This is a remarkable paper on so many fronts. And to clarify, it is not paid for. It is not propaganda. It is independent research done by him and his colleagues, peer-reviewed and submitted into a reputable journal. So any sort of delusions there can be squashed. Personal take from Nick Cowan, emeritus professor at Newcastle University, is that it's genius. Indeed, obviously right in retrospect, the base assessment of climate sensitivity on glacial-interglacial temperature change, the Earth's response to absolutely known forces from changes in Earth's orbit and precession. He's taking into account complete geological history of Earth in addition to current orbit and precessions, on top of radiative forcing in conjunction with present greenhouse gases. He's really looking at the whole picture, putting it together in one cohesive format. And on a side note, his take on injecting aerosols is to me, in my opinion, is a last-ditch effort to save us maybe a few years, because he recognizes how dire the situation is. I think it's this sort of Hail Mary, catch-all, last thing we can do, last-ditch effort. But onto another rare phenomenon. Remarkable paper. A rare weather phenomenon is causing the first commercial jet to go faster than the speed of sound since the Concorde last flew. Planes are whizzing across the US to the UK, some of them hitting 778 miles per hour. That's 27 miles per hour faster than sound travels in sea level standard conditions. More calamities, rivers in Northern Ireland reaching record level lows, Ireland's potato harvest failing, a boom in unusual jellyfish spotted in UK waters, record warmth in October. Did it not feel like summer? Am I right? 2023 was the warmest and driest ever in Belgium. Cheesemakers in France are suffering with rules that were written in mind that they had certain cereals and hay available, which is all changing with climate. More winds and storms from catastrophe from Storm Syrian claimed a few lives in Tuscany. 8 inches of rainfall in 3 hours. Record warmth across Europe. Morocco's set an anti-record for orange exports despite being one of the largest producers of oranges. More floods, extreme heat in Asia, year-round, worldwide, on and on. Delhi air pollution spikes to 100 times the World Health Organization's health limit. Definitely don't want to live there. How do we solve reducing pollution accelerates global warming? How do we solve this catch-22? We pollute, it gets hotter. We take it away, it gets hotter. A Faustian dilemma. Record warmth in October for China and in the Koreas across the world, on and on and on. Yet again, last month averaged the lowest Antarctic sea ice extent on record for the month of October. This was 1,900,000 kilometers below the 1981 to 2010 average. Of course, linking global water cycles to higher temperatures. As the planet warms and cools, it affects the behavior of water as it leaves the oceans and the vigor of the motions through the atmosphere. The isotropic signals in these waters are very responsive to temperature changes. The world is ill prepared to stop the climate crisis, reversing progress on health. World Meteorological Association and UN Office of Disaster Risk Reduction are trying to push for warning systems all over the planet by 2028 because we're going to be experiencing calamities everywhere year round, and only half the countries say they have multi-hazard early warning systems. Think Burning Man, think Acapulco, no warning signs beforehand, and it's not like we go door to door and inform everybody what's coming. We don't even talk to each other anymore in public, okay? Fat chance we'll, get a warning from our neighbors that something is coming. And surprise, psychedelic therapy may help with climate change anxiety, published in the WAPO. Clinical practice, patients using oral ketamine plus psychotherapy have experienced breakthroughs and new insights when working with the intention of navigating eco-anxiety. Many parents said they felt connected to a sense of oceanic oneness, reminding them of the meaningful interconnectedness of their lives with others and offering context for their personal narrative. Maybe the indigenous people were onto something in which we've gotten so far away from in modern unfettered capitalism, which drives profits and gains upwards to the top 1% while you work for nothing. Quite exciting times in the end times. Well, my name is Reagan the Doom Wizard. Hit like and subscribe. Please feel free to donate to this channel to keep it going. This has been your November 4th climate update around the world. I appreciate you. Have a good weekend, if there is such a thing, and I'll talk to you soon. See ya.